Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Entrepreneur, and Lyft appears to be doing something good. I mean, really, truly good. But Lyft is investing $100 million into the drivers with helping with maintenance, opening new green hubs, all that jazz. According to Fortune, Lyft says it will spend $100 million to expand services and add retail hubs for its drivers as the ride-hailing company looks for ways to retain and attract its most important asset: humans. Lyft will immediately double operational hours at all its current hub locations in 15 cities across North America. This summer, the company will build new centers. These hubs are brick-and-mortar retail spaces equipped with essential amenities like clean bathrooms and communal space where drivers might meet up for coffee or educational events, which would be nice because the last Lyft event I went to for the drivers, even though I was happy to get free pizza and everything, it was at a public park, and it didn't feel very professional. So having your own building might be a big improvement. The hubs will also have help desks where drivers who are independent can connect with Lyft employees, as well as provide access to services like oil changes and basic maintenance at a greatly reduced price, Lyft CEO John McNeil said on Wednesday. That's going to be a huge help. Biggest expenses, brakes, oil changes, things that, you can write them off as business expenses, but they do hinder the earnings. So the fact that Lyft will actually be helping out with some of those things, that is a big deal. Lyft says there will be so-called learning spaces to help drivers with filing taxes or getting career support. Again, taxes is one of the most difficult, most unpredictable, most stressful things for the rideshare community. I mean, I get requests all the time. Do videos on taxes. Help us with taxes. And here's the thing, guys. I'm not a tax expert, and while I do my own taxes, I can only give so much advice, and I don't feel it should be taken as legal advice. There are other YouTube channels that give much better advice for your tax information when it comes for Uber, Lyft, ride sharing in general. Your driver Mike, for example, does a pretty good job of that, but it's nice that Lyft will be helping out the drivers one-on-one. And in fact, Lyft, being a corporation who has kind of designed their company to kind of skirt the tax issues for the most part, might actually have some really good advice on how you can maximize your taxes. The company didn't provide details or specific programs beyond offering examples of how its hubs could be used. The end goal, Lyft says, is to lower the operating costs for driving. The investment is notable considering that Lyft drivers are not considered employees. The investment illustrates the competition between ride-hailing companies like Lyft and Uber to retain and attract drivers, even as these companies invest in autonomous vehicle technology that will eventually remove human from behind the wheel. Lyft might have an eye on a future where fleets of autonomous vehicles shuttle people around, but the company is also forecasting a deep need for human drivers. The company projects that in 5 years, the number of Lyft drivers will more than double from 1.4 million. Quote, just as advancements in aviation technologies haven't reduced the need for pilots or flight staff, there's still security in the future for the 1.4 million people who depend on driving for an income, McNeil wrote in a post on Medium. We are in the business of supporting our drivers for the long haul, period. Lyft hired Jeffrey Bain, formerly of Unilever and Nike, to head up the retail effort. So let's go down, because that looks like a very nice building, doesn't it? That looks nice. So here's the thing. I'm actually going to totally give Lyft praise on this. Yeah, it's not a price increase, and yeah, I am very suspicious of their prime time upfront pricing, which has been explained better. And yes, I will make a more comprehensive video about how it works once I get it all written out. But Lyft does at least put the appearance that they care for the drivers more. I know they do a lot of shady things, and I'm not letting them off the hook for that. But you know what? I have never seen Uber invest a dime in the drivers. Like, never a dime. They will invest in the referrals because that gets a driver. But once you're there, they really don't care. The fact that Lyft is opening more hubs, that they are going to be offering huge discounts for maintenance that your car needs, helping out with taxes so that you can make more. And they are investing in the drivers and saying, we need them for a long time, period. That is how you communicate that they matter. Now, here's the other thing. They might be investing in the drivers ever so slowly because the reality of an all-autonomous future is nowhere near as close as people say they are. In fact, Lyft, unlike Uber, might be one of the few companies who publicly acknowledge this isn't going to happen anytime soon. Yes, they're making them. Yes, they're developing them. Yes, they would be stupid not to at least consider it. But it's not going to happen anytime soon. We're going to need the drivers for a long time. We're going to invest in them just a little bit. And that sometimes makes a world of difference. That is why, because I do get people signing up for me through referrals below. I know that's a source of contention. But you know what? I've always stated, hey, if you're going to give this a try, I would at least get the referral money because that's one of the few times it is profitable. And it's also kind of a funny way of protesting because, you know, you're bleeding Uber for money, getting them new drivers when they could just be investing in the ones they currently have. But there's a reason why more people sign up for Lyft through me than Uber. I get almost no Uber referrals. But Lyft, on the other hand, I will get a few Lyft referrals every month. They don't always drive, and one guy this month seems to have kind of capped out at 6 rides, so maybe this wasn't for him, I don't know. But there was a reason for that. That's because Lyft is perceived as the good guys, and things like this certainly help their case. Yes, there are still a lot of problems with this company, and the upfront primetime pricing, I mean, I'm hoping that it fails big time with Uber, not only because of the precedent it sets, but maybe Lyft will get out of it sooner rather than later, realizing what a mistake that is. And it would be a great way to attract drivers saying like, hey, we're going to give you the prime time. We're not going to keep it for ourselves. But we just don't know. This is a nice change of pace, really, that I can really honestly say this is a good thing. This is a very, very good thing. I don't see any negatives. I mean, of course, you can complain that they're not raising the rates. That's what drivers really want. But if it helps you save money at the same time, in a sense, that kind of is almost like getting a rate increase. A small one, but it is like getting one. So I have no complaints about this. None whatsoever. So, do a funny dance.
That is the stupidest dance move I've ever seen.
That's funny. So anyway, that's where we're going to leave it today. What do you folks think? Does this make you happy? Do you think this is distracting from the real issue? How long do you think drivers are going to be around with Lyft? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe. If you enjoy the videos I make, consider becoming a Patreon member. It's totally optional, but even $1 a month helps this channel run smoothly and efficiently. And as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.